Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. It's celebration time as Diwali is included in UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage List. Historic moment for India as Festival of Lights cements its rightful place in the worldwide list. Government orders IndiGo to cut flight operations by 10%. Passengers stranded amid ongoing disruptions and cancellations on the 9th day. US President Donald Trump says he will make a phone call to stop the conflict as fighting between Thailand and Cambodia extends into third day and triggers mass evacuations on both sides. Zelenskyy says Ukraine ready to hold new elections will send revised peace proposals to Washington within a day. Australia ban on social media for children under 16 kicks in with varied reactions. PM Albanese says it will protect their childhood. Diwali, the Festival of Lights, has officially been inscribed in the UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage List, prompting widespread celebration and pride across the country. The announcement was made at the 20th session of the UNESCO Intergovernmental Committee for Intangible Cultural Heritage in New Delhi. Chants of Vande Mataram and Bharat Mata Ki Jai ran the air as UNESCO announced that the Diwali festival has been added to the coveted list. India currently has 15 elements inscribed on UNESCO's representative list of the Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity, and these include the Kumbh Mela, Durga Puja of Kolkata, Garba dance of Gujarat, Yoga, the tradition of Vedic chanting, and Ram Leela, the traditional performance of the epic Ramayana.
From 14 years of exile, as depicted in the ancient Indian epic.
Union Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat called it a proud moment for every Indian and highlighted the importance of Diwali in the lives of all Indians.
Today is a day of glowing pride for India and a moment of gentle radiance for the entire world. Deepavali, our beloved festival of lights, has been inscribed on the UNESCO list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. This is a deeply emotional movement. Deepavali is not just celebrated, it is felt, lived, absorbed across generations. It is the soft, steady assurance that light will remain, that dharma will prevail, that hope will rise again.
And following the announcement, Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal in a social media post said, a joyous moment as Diwali, the festival of lights, marking the triumph of good over evil and the return of Lord Ram to his kingdom Ayodhya, which is celebrated globally, is added to the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage List. And DD India's Siddharth Bhardwaj joins us for more details. Siddharth, it's a historic moment. Describe the scenes on the ground right now. What kind of participation or activity are you seeing from the officials, delegates and the public?
First of all, a very good morning to you, Abhishek. Now, I think it's good afternoon. Abhishek, certainly it feels like that Diwali has come again in this year. The kind of celebrations I was just witnessing a while ago, and still here, there are some people who are celebrating. It's a great, it is significant moment. In fact, with Diwali being inscribed in UNESCO's representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity, it's a big moment and a big moment for the entire country. Especially knowing the fact that India is currently shining on the global map, and Diwali is a festival which is the most celebrated festival in the entire country. you have heard also what Culture Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat was saying, that even if one diya is lit, the glow from it radiates to the entire world. So imagine when crores of diyas are lit every year on the occasion of Diwali, what kind of glow it radiates to the entire world. And this is indeed a historic moment, for the entire country, and it's a great significant moment. I have, in fact, some people with me. Let's talk to them. How happy are you with this announcement?
Extremely happy and proud, and also because currently how the world is in terms of turmoil and volatility, the celebration of Diwali and especially its inscription into the UNESCO heritage list, it promises a hope of knowledge, a ray of light for all of us, and it is an incredibly proud and happy moment for all of us.
What would you like to say, ma'am?
Like the UNESCO have asked Diwali as being in the UNESCO heritage list. We are very, very proud of it, and Indian culture should be extended to that position.
So you can see, Abhishek, the people here, they are saying that, in the challenging times where the world is witnessing wars and conflicts, this is a very, very positive news, for the entire country, for the entire world. And what India's stance is, when it comes to peace in the entire world. India has always advocated for dialogue and diplomacy. India has always said that no solution has ever been found on the battlefield, and the only solution for every conflict is through dialogue and diplomacy. And this particular announcement is a very significant announcement, like I just said, which strengthens India's position on the global map. And as you know, that India currently is walking on the path of Atmanirbharta, which is self-reliance, and also aligning with the vision of Viksit Bharat 2047, which means that in 2047, when India will be celebrating the centenary of its independence, the country is expected to make everything under the sun. And today as well, you name the sector, Abhishek, and we are there. India is there. Be it defense, be it healthcare, be it agriculture, or textile, every sector India is leading. And which is also clearly defined with the way, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi goes to every country, the kind of warm welcome he receives from the heads of states. This clearly goes on to show that India has now arrived on the global map, and the world looks at India when it comes to collaborations. The world looks at India, when it comes to, in fact, free trade agreements, the all other agreements that are currently in the finalizing stages. So that currently goes on to show that how India is progressing. We also saw the GDP, the Q2 numbers. India is on path to become the world's third largest economy in the world. And with this kind of progress, the cultural heritage also play a very pivotal role. Abhishek, back to you.
Siddharth, indeed, like you said, it's a moment of immense joy. Culture Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat also called this a historic and emotional moment. How significant it is, and what are the key details of Diwali's inscription on the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage List? Also, what were the main points highlighted during the announcement?
Definitely, Abhishek. First of all, I would like to tell you that I witnessed this historic moment, and there are some lucky people who actually witnessed this live, and I was there inside this plenary hall where I'm standing right now. I mean, I'm outside the plenary hall, and inside the announcement was made, and the Indian delegation, was jumping in joy, and so was every Indian who was present inside the plenary hall. Not just people from the country, Abhishek. Here there are people from more than 150, 160 countries. They all were very, very excited. In fact, we had a word after the announcement was made, and people from other countries, they were really, really excited as to how the Indian delegation was celebrating after the announcement. They themselves said that it's the biggest festival, the most celebrated festival in the entire country, and this announcement certainly is a very significant announcement for the entire country, which has placed India India, which has strengthened, India's position on the global map. Abhishek, when you talk about the key points of this announcement, the key point was that Diwali, the most celebrated Indian festival, was included in the UNESCO's representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. And while speaking, the Union Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat said that in next year when Diwali will come, you light one extra diya in celebration of this announcement. And he also said that if one diya is lit, it radiates the glow to the entire world. And imagine when lakhs and thousands and crores of diyas are lit every year. Imagine the kind of radiance, the kind of glow it radiates to the entire world. And Diwali, Abhishek, is not just merely a festival of celebration. It goes deep. It also honors the artisans of our country. And this is at a time when India is, moving towards, like I said, on the path of Atmanirbharta, and Make in India initiatives actually seeping into the hearts and minds of the people. People are willingly now choosing Make in India products outside. We have seen this Diwali how people were going into the markets and they were buying Make in India products. So this festival also honors all the artisans of the entire country, the honor which they actually deserve, and also, as far as Rangoli is concerned on Diwali, as far as the crackers are concerned, as far as the celebrations and sweet distributions concerned, as far as the artisans are concerned, all together makes this festival a very, very special festival. And that's why it is the most celebrated festival of the entire country. People, distribute sweets on this festival. And, there's a different magic in the air during Diwali, Abhishek. You also must be knowing this, a week before Diwali. There's a different magic in the air. It's a celebratory feel. Everything, everywhere is, illuminated with different colors, Abhishek. We have also seen that we also, use diyas now, as part of Make in India initiative, at a time when the country is now progressing on the path of Atmanirbharta, and Make in India initiatives are actually what people are taking into consideration very seriously. People are now buying diyas, people are now buying made in India product, which further will strengthen the economy of the country, Abhishek. And also, I just mentioned a while ago, the GDP Q2 numbers are absolutely amazing. In fact, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also appreciated the GDP Q2 numbers, and this is at a time when India is on the path to becoming the third largest economy in the world. So actually, this festival celebrates and honors the artisans of the country, and also, like I just mentioned, is the most celebrated festival of India. And not just here in India, the diaspora population also celebrate this festival with much enthusiasm. We always Diwali see those visuals coming in from the foreign countries every time.
Heritage list, and indeed it's a historic moment for India's cultural identity. We'll leave it at that. Thank you for your input, Siddharth. The Civil Aviation Ministry on Tuesday ordered IndiGo to reduce its flight schedule by 10%, as it would help the crisis-ridden airline to stabilize operations. The Minister Ram Mohan Naidu summoned CEO Peter Elbers again on Tuesday to get an update. He confirmed that 100% of the refunds for flights affected till 6 December have been completed. A strict instruction to expedite the completion of the remaining refunds and baggage handover was given. However, the most significant decision was curtailment of the overall IndiGo routes to help stabilize the airline's operations and lead to reduced cancellations. Thus, a curtailment of 10% has been ordered. While abiding with it, IndiGo will continue to cover all its destinations as before. Further, IndiGo has been instructed to comply with all the directives of the ministry, including fare capping and passenger convenience measures, without any exception. And for the 9th consecutive day today, flight operations across airport continue to face disruption due to ongoing issues with IndiGo's services. 14 flights have been cancelled from Chennai airport alone today, causing major inconvenience to passengers. The cancellations come amid acute pilot shortages and operational mismanagement, due to which the airline has been forced to cancel services continuously for over a week. Moving on National Human Rights Day, President Draupadi Murmu attended the NHRC celebrations at Bharat Mandapam as chief guest and remarked that India has played an important global role in shaping the framework of human rights, envisioning a world rooted in human dignity, equality and justice. She also highlighted the pioneering contributions of Hansaben Mehta in India's social reform movement.
India played an important role in shaping a global framework of human rights. Our freedom fighters envisioned a world rooted in human dignity, equality and justice. Hansaben Mehta, one of the 15 women members of our Constituent Assembly, was also a member of the group engaged in the drafting of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. She suggested a foundational change to the draft. She ensured that the rights enshrined in that global charter were expressed not in terms of the rights of men, but in the inclusion and universal expression rights of all human beings.
The Minister for Women and Child Development today briefed the media on Tamil Kashi Sangamam 4.0, highlighting this year's theme, Let's Learn Tamil. She underlined how the initiative aligns with the NEP 2020, which encourages multilingual learning and deeper linguistic exchange.
इस वर्ष चौथे संस्करण का 4.0 का थीम लेट अस लर्न तमिल, यानी तमिल करकलम, तमिल सीखें। और निश्चित रूप से ये भाषाओं को जोड़ने, संवारने और मुख्य धारा में अधिक प्रतिष्ठित करने का ये कार्यक्रम है। और इसमें बहुत ही ज़्यादा लोग उत्साह के साथ जो हमारे इस कार्यक्रम में लगभग प्रतिनिधि 1400 प्रतिनिधि इसमें शामिल हुए हैं। और उसमें स्टूडेंट्स हैं, टीचर्स हैं, राइटर्स भी हैं, महिलाएं हैं, जो उद्यमी महिलाएं हैं, किसान हैं। तो इस तरह लगभग 1400 प्रतिनिधि इसमें जुड़े हैं।
The iconic Doordarshan serial Rajni, which once became the voice of the common citizen, has made a powerful comeback with Rajni 2.0 on DD National. The makers and cast of the show came together in Mumbai to celebrate the launch and revival of this iconic series. Several prominent personalities were present at the event, including Prasar Bharati CEO Gaurav Dwivedi, actor and filmmaker Anupam Kher, actor and writer Karan Razdan, actresses Aradhna Sharma, Delna Zirani and actor and producer Harman Baweja, among others. Speaking on the occasion, Prasar Bharati CEO Gaurav Dwivedi highlighted Doordarshan's commitment to meaningful, socially conscious programming.
Rajni is a landmark show in Doordarshan's history, and the original program with Priya Tendulkar ji in the lead was, I think, a program which was far ahead of its time, in the sense that it brought up issues of civil action, of consumer awareness, of women's empowerment, when these phrases had not even become the kind of buzzwords that they are today. The program has always lived on in India's collective memory, and we thought that at this point of time, when there is a clear call to action for all of us, that we all need to work hard and we all need to identify and eliminate the deficiencies in different parts of our setup, so that we can become a developed country over the next few years. And I think Rajni 2.0 fit the bill perfectly here, that it is not the responsibility of a far-off authority to improve the society and to improve India. It is everybody's responsibility. So a collective consciousness, a collective awakening through this well-known and well-identified name Rajni is an effort to bring together the audiences and show them how even one person is enough to bring about great change in the country.
Members of the cast also shared their excitement about being part of a series with such a strong social legacy and its relevance in today's times. Actor Anupam Kher also hailed the comeback of the new show in New Avatar.
I'm very happy, very excited because Rajni मेरा favorite, one of the favorite shows होता था. दूरदर्शन पे कम shows आते थे, but रजनी का जो क्रेज़ था वो मिडिल क्लास हाउसवाइफ्स के लेकर, उनकी सशक्तिकरण को लेकर, उनकी पावर को लेकर, सुपर वुमन को लेकर वो एक ही शो था. तो मुझे बड़ी खुशी है कि करण राजदान मेरे जो क्लास फेलो दोस्त हैं, उन्होंने इसका ये सोचा कि इसको दोबारा लाया जाए. और अब ना केवल वो दूरदर्शन पे है बल्कि वेव्स OTT प्लेटफॉर्म पे भी है.
काफ़ी सच्चाई है इनमें, इनकी कहानी को लेकर. इनमें एक स्ट्रेंथ है. शी इज़ नॉट परफेक्ट, रजनी परफेक्ट नहीं है, लेकिन वो उसमें हिम्मत है, दया है, काइंडनेस है और जो हार नहीं मानती.
करेजियस वुमन, प्रोग्रेसिव वुमन. 80s में 90s में जब रजनी आया था तो वो भी वुमन जो थी वो प्रोग्रेसिव थी.
Staying true to its original spirit, the new show carries forward the legacy of fighting social injustices while addressing contemporary issues of today. In Rajni 2.0, actress Aradhana Sharma steps into the lead role as Gudu, the daughter of Rajni. Through her character, the show takes on pressing modern-day concerns such as corruption, women's safety, consumer rights and systemic apathy, blending nostalgia with relevant, hard-hitting storytelling for a new generation of viewers. And now for a very short break. On the side, more stories. Keep watching DD India Live. Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Some more stories. In the latest update on Ukraine-Russia conflict, Ukraine is to present a revised peace plan to President Donald Trump's administration on Wednesday after weeks of negotiations which have failed to produce an agreement. In an audio message, Zelenskyy said a revised peace plan now contained 20 points, though there was still no agreement on Russia's demand that Ukraine surrender occupied territory, which has become the major sticking point in negotiations. He said new components of the deal hashed out with the British, French and German leaders in London on Monday are ready for US review. The comments came after meeting with European and NATO leaders. President Zelenskyy also said he was ready for elections, calling on US and European partners to help ensure security for the Poles during the conflict, adding that if security is guaranteed, the elections could be held in the next 60 to 90 days.
I am ready for the election. Moreover, I ask now, and I declared it openly, the United States of America to help me, including together with European colleagues, ensure security for the election. And then, the next 60 to 90 days, Ukraine will be ready to hold the election. And I personally have the will and readiness for this. Next, since this is the case, I ask the deputies of the parties in principle or MPs to prepare the legislative proposal on the possibility of changing the legislative basis and the law on election during the martial law. I'll be in the Ukraine tomorrow. I expect proposals from my partners. I expect proposal from our deputies, and I am ready to go to the elections.
A fierce border battle between Thailand and Cambodia raged for a second day and spread across 5 provinces on Tuesday as both countries accuse each other of shelling civilian areas. Cambodia's influential former Prime Minister Hun Sen said that Cambodian forces responded only after Thailand escalated the conflict. He stated that Phnom Penh had held back from returning fire for 2 days even as Thailand launched air raids and tank attacks. Cambodia's defense ministry countered that its troops had to defend themselves, accusing Thailand of indiscriminate shelling of civilian areas, allegations Bangkok rejected. Thailand said it would move forward with its military plans, with the foreign minister asserting that Cambodia must demonstrate genuine intent and take the initial step towards easing tensions, dismissing the possibility of outside mediation. Meanwhile, the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio issued a statement urging an immediate end to the fighting and a return to the de-escalation steps agreed upon at an October summit attended by Trump. U.S. President Donald Trump said on Tuesday he will try again to stop fighting between Thailand and Cambodia after a ceasefire he helped broker in July collapsed this week. Speaking at a Pennsylvania rally, Trump listed the conflict he said he has halted when he mentioned the fighting between the Southeast Asian neighbors, which broke out again on Monday. Trump said he expected to make a phone call on Wednesday regarding Thailand and Cambodia conflict, and as fighting has re-escalated along their disputed border.
I'll have to make a phone call, and I think they'll get us. Who else could say, I'm going to make a phone call and stop a war of two very powerful countries, Thailand and Cambodia? They're going at it again. But I'll do it. So we're making peace through strength. That's what we're doing.
Australia has become the first country to ban social media for children under 16. As the order came into effect, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese described it a day when families are taking back power. Internet regulators the world over are watching to see if Australia can rein in the tech giants. Here's what we know about how Australia will enforce the new restrictions. Firstly, when a 16-year-old user attempts to access social media platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, Facebook or Snapchat, then the user is asked to take a selfie or record a video. Liveness detection feature will verify if the user is a real person, and the image is analyzed by the algorithm trained on an age-specific data. An age verification ID check is triggered for a user whose age is estimated by the system within 2 years of being 16. This buffer is determined by the accuracy required by the platform owner. Then again, the user's ID is analyzed for age verification. After the age is successfully determined as 16 and the user is given access to the platform, if platforms fail to take reasonable steps to comply, they may face the threat of up to $49.5 million in fines. Sports now, Lionel Messi won his second consecutive Major League Soccer Most Valuable Player award on Tuesday after sparking Inter Miami to the MLS title and leading the league in goals. Messi became the first player to win back-to-back MVP awards and only the second MLS player to capture 2 MVP awards overall after Preki in 1997 and 2003. The 38-year-old forward, who led Argentina to 2022 World Cup crown, scored 29 goals in regular season and set up 19 others to claim the MLS Golden Boot. That's all we have in this edition of DD India Live. Stay tuned for more news and updates. Namaskar.